It's Friday. Hope y'all are good. Welcome back to the Friday show. Due to, I feel like give you guys a little bit of mixture of things to make you think, things that you can actually do to go move abroad, and mix them up. And Fridays are about relocation tours. Now, before we get into it, I will let everybody get settled. It's Friday. Maybe you're going out. It's cold. Some places it isn't. But we will talk about relocation tours tonight because they're going to be very important. They're going to be very important to your success when you go to move abroad because you don't really know where it is you're moving to until you actually go see it. Excuse me. And when I say go see it, I don't mean like with the with the eyes that you have viewed it on vacation, with the eyes that many people take a look at. Oh well, I went there on vacation. I've seen a bunch of Instagram videos and things of that nature, and I know what it's like to live there full time. And I'm going to tell you that's not true. Your vacation eyes are not your normal eyes. You guys in America are in a situation where if you do get 14 paid days off, how many days are you actually able to go on vacation at a time? 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. Maybe you try to squeeze 2 vacations a year. So you have to look at this and say, okay, I'm not actually there. And when you are going to these places, when you go travel abroad, the other thing that you run into is you're tired from the United States. You might want to go do some adventurous things, but you definitely want to bake in some relaxation time because when you go back home, it's going to be relatively back to the grind, back to everything that it is that you have to do to be able to even afford to take a vacation. Well, when you go on this relocation and when you tour and you think about relocating, you don't need to go with I'm only going to be here for a couple of days. You need to go with the same eyes that you would utilize to scout a new neighborhood wherever it is in the United States that you may be looking to move. But a whole different scenario. It's a culture scenario. Here in Colombia, I don't have any. Oh, sorry. Some of you guys might not even know who I am. My name is RJ. I live out here in Medellin, Colombia. We do this to help you guys that are looking to move abroad give you something that you can use, something you can think about. Because a lot of you guys don't even know why you may be looking to move abroad, but actually some things you can use. And relocation tours are going to be one of the most useful things for you before you decide to go pack up all of your stuff and leave the United States. You want to make certain that everything that it is that you are willing to give up from the United States, as bad as it may be for you, you're in a scenario where you know where you're moving to, how things operate there. Um, Make it easy on yourself. If you're leaving, it's probably because it's already too difficult. There's a lot of reasons things could be difficult. It could be, the cost of things. It could be the mental cost of things. We're Americans are so used to things that are a mental drain, and a lot of people don't realize how draining it actually is. So when we look into this, you guys need to go into a relocation mode, and not everywhere that you may be looking has a relocation tour set up for you. That is just the facts. Like not everywhere has a relocation tour set up for you, but you need to go on one. So what do? If you are going to a place that does not have a relocation tour set up, here's what you can do. I have on our website is movetravelcolombia.com. Please go there. What you can do is follow the blueprint. You don't have to reimagine this entire thing of relocating. So many people have done it already. But look at what it is that even I or somebody else may have scheduled on their relocation tour. I think a lot of the things that make relocation to another country difficult is because one, you may not know the language. Two, you might not know the culture. Three, you might know, oh, I want to move to Colombia, or oh, I want to move to Jamaica, or oh, I want to move to Puerto Rico. But and that's not abroad, I know. But I say all of that to say it's a big place. Even though it's a lot smaller than the United States, it's a big place. Um, there are different cities, obviously. Those cities offer different things. There are different neighborhoods in each city. Cartagena is a beach city. It's 85, 80 plus degrees. It's really hot all year long. It's relatively small when you compare it to other cities, and it's coastal. That may not be what you want, even though you've been to Cartagena and actually enjoyed yourself. Whereas here in Medellin, it's 75 degrees, 80 degrees all year long. You've got a rain season and a dry season. But how would you know that if you didn't go? And, I don't have a car here. Some places you may need to learn how to maneuver a vehicle. Here, everybody drives stick shifts. I don't know how to drive a stick. I'm also not just looking to be able to just drive in Colombia. No, thank you. No, thank you. However, I know that because I've already come here with the thought process is what are the things that I can do, or excuse me, what it is the things that I do already in the United States, and which of those things do I want to continue? Which of those things do I want to give up? And these things, that these real life questions that only you can get the answer to, are what the relocation tour is designed to show you. You guys have to realize that not every app that is in the United States that is in other countries operates the same way and doesn't even cost as much in a lot of places. There are other localized apps that you may need depending on what city you, or country you go to. All of these things aren't relatively, I wouldn't say they're being widely shared with you. Some of you guys and most of you guys that are watching this are in a scenario where you're in the United States. You may have never heard of Rappi, Didi, InDriver. If you InDrive, you may have never heard of these things, but these are normal apps here in Colombia. People use them every day, and they do way more than what we are used to from delivery service apps and ride share things. Excuse me. Imagine if you could call a motorcycle. You can get on the back of a motorcycle in the United States. That's not normal. That's not something that we are used to doing. That is normal here. So these relocation tours are really to give you what normalcy is. You guys are going to need to know basic things. Where's the co-working spaces? So many of you guys are in the group projects. You guys love co-working. Yay, co-working, friends. And I got a job done. I need to get the job to do. I need to get a job done. So I'm not into co-working, but so many people are. So you might need to know where co-working spaces are. You might need to learn that we are used to in the United States, um, realtors. And these realtors have to have certain licenses in certain states to be able to rent or sell you a property. That's in America. That's not the case here in Colombia. It may not be the case in many other places, but you have to get a better understanding because if anybody can sell you a property, anybody can rent you a house. How do you know what is legit? Could you imagine giving your money to somebody and expecting to move somewhere and it doesn't happen? So what you're trying to also do, never mind just seeing what your daily life is, what you're gonna have to do once you actually get here, but like have some vetted resources. The resources brought together, at least in our wheelhouse, we bring short-term rentals. So you guys looking to stay 3 months, 6 months, a year, rentals, those kind of things, furnished properties. People that are looking to buy, properties. We've got dedicated property people that will help you not only determine what your dream house could look like in Colombia, but actually give you guys trusted people that you know that you can send your money somewhere and what you're waiting for on the other end. actually comes to fruition. Wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't it be great to like have a leg up and not have to figure out who is this and who is that? Who's a good language expert? Who's how do I go about finding health care? Does the doctor come to me? Do I got to go to the doctor? How much does this cost? How do I explain? I know Spanish, but I don't know enough Spanish to tell somebody something that's serious about what's going on with my body. Do they speak English? These things are all important, which is why the relocation tour is not just bringing you on the ground, showing you what it is as far as putting you in front of certain people, but it's giving you all of the tools that so many of us that have moved abroad did not have. So many of people that aren't watching this are going to move abroad and will not have. Yet you, if you're paying attention, you actually have the ability to cash in on these things. We do what we can as far as creating these relocation tours um, in a way where it makes sense. After feedback and everything, we definitely have one. We've got our one coming up March 12th through the 17th. That's a Thursday to, Wednesday to Monday. But we'll get into what we'll do on those things because this is a schedule. But in considering how people may want to travel, and everybody can travel on a specific date. You might have kids, a husband, whatever the case is. You might be single. So looking at these things and speaking to my folks, and I'm saying, hey, why don't we just give you guys the opportunity to come? It doesn't need to be a group trip. It can be something tailored to you, whatever your hat is. It'll have all relatively the same elements, but it'll be designed down to you. Now the good thing is, at least a place like Colombia, there's always stuff going on. We're going out tonight with a couple of friends, rooftop. Yesterday was, I think it was Bob Marley's birthday. So Nasia and the Yamakita people, shout out to them. They had like a reggae night at the Jamaican restaurant that's down here. Yes, there's a Jamaican restaurant in Colombia, and it's good, and it's in Laurellas. You guys definitely go check out Yamakita. Um, but you can come and start to book these particular relocation trips almost at leisure, giving you guys the ability to kind of figure out when you're ready to go and when you've gone and done the research. It doesn't have to align with a date that I picked. It can align as long as I'm here, as far as I'm not traveling. Gives you guys some more flexibility. But when you get here, we do a number of things. One, we want to show you where some good food is because yes, you're going to possibly move here. You do want to know where to eat. So we'll start you off with some things that are good. There's so many amazing Afro-Colombian restaurants down here. They're obviously they've got the local dish in Medellin is the bandeja paisa. I would say depends on what kind of eater you are. You may be a vegetarian or vegan. Bandeja paisa is probably not going to be the ideal scenario for you. You can eat some of the things, but the chicha, the blood sausage, that's not going to be like up your alley. But it is the local thing here to eat. So these things are we're going to make sure that you guys are knowing what kind of foods are available. There's a wide range of foods. Colombia does a lot of fusion here, so there are some really good spots to eat at. And like even right now, there's it's not restaurant week, but it's like a specific kind of they give out. It's pretty much $5 to $7 for like $5 to $7, like $5 to $7. You pay, you pay $5 to $7, and you get a water, an entree that is either vegetarian, vegan, or some sort of chicken or steak or something like that, a dessert, and I think a coffee for $5 to $7 at like nice sit down restaurants. So we're gonna give you guys the ability to see that. So when you guys get here the first night, we do take you out to dinner, give you guys some ability to see what it is that some of these Colombian bites are like. Now the next couple of days, they're really designed just to give you what it is that you need to move here. We bring you in front of our experts. We sit you in front of them and give you guys information. Let's put a name to a face. Let's talk to them. Let's get the questions that you have answered. They're going to go over some things, just general things that you need as far as renting, healthcare, um, language. What are some things? Do you know? Hey, do you know any Spanish? Do you know if somebody says, Hola, ¿cómo estás? Do you know what to say after that? These things could all be helpful to whether or not you even feel comfortable. So the first day we do, your first full day here, we do the half day seminar. We literally just bring in the experts and we just bring them in to talk to you, answer questions, go over some things, some guidelines, make certain that you feel comfortable with this move and feel like you have people that are actually going to support you in said move. The next 3 days are designed to give you what most of us didn't have, which is somebody to walk you around the neighborhood because not every neighborhood in Medellin is set up the exact same way. Some neighborhoods are built on a mountain, some neighborhoods are really flat, some neighborhoods are really far from everything. All of these things, some neighborhoods are in the middle of the tourist section. All of these things can determine what kind of experience you have. So we take you to the different neighborhoods. We want to give you guys an understanding not only what these neighborhoods look like, and you go in to see grocery stores, co-working spaces, malls, banks, gyms, some of the parks. The parks are even gyms because Colombia, you do so much walking. They have so many outdoor fitness things. You can go outside and get a workout. Pull-up bars, body weight assisted machines. This is just on the streets. Never mind, like I think it's uh, 20 $30 a month maybe to like a smart fit like membership. Like these things are like they don't keep so much away from you as far as just quality of life. So we want to give you guys the ability to see these things so you know where they are and determine, hey, this is maybe the neighborhood that I'm going to narrow down to and actually become a part of. Malls. You guys may be old enough to remember when malls were actually a place to go. Well, guess what? There are actually somewhere to go here in Colombia. The malls are 6 stories. There's, bowling alleys at the mall, like inside the mall. Movie theaters. Yes, they play movies in English, and they have 4D and 3D movies here. The 4D ones are the ones where if it's windy in there. If it's raining, there might be a little wetness coming at you. Like, it's an experience here and at a lot more affordable rate than what you guys are used to. I'll just be honest with you. But each day we take you to a new neighborhood so you can see and really get the feel. If I live here, what's my life going to be like? I also got to take you in a couple of different places. So in these neighborhoods we go to, we're going to show you what an apartment could look like there. Now you might need more than the apartment that is available. You might need less than the apartment that's available. That's okay. We want to give you guys an understanding because there are apartments with elevators, there are apartments that don't have elevators, there are apartments with 24-hour security, there are apartments without 24-hour security, there are apartments with pools and gyms and saunas and co-working spaces inside, and then there are just apartments that are buildings. What do you want? What do you need? How do you know what to narrow down with and what these things even cost here? And that's another thing. If you don't see it, now, we also do these things because some of you don't realize that you are moving with a lot of American privilege on you. So, even a deal from American standards could be causing immediate and aggressive inflation because you don't know how much things cost. You don't know how much things cost, and you're willing to spend $2,000 because you're spending $4,000 in the United States for something that costs $500 in Colombia, but you don't know that. But you are just under so much duress that you're just willing to spend it. No, 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 no. We want to not only understand that, hey, it's not about telling everybody to come to Colombia because that's where you guys need to go. And no, 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 no. That's not what I'm doing. But I know so many of you guys are actually going to come here, regardless if I say anything or not. I know that. But what I also know is some of you guys are going to come here ill-educated and uneducated about how Colombia works, how you need to come to Colombia if you are going to come. If more of the people prior to people getting even like being like, these guys get on my nerves, the passport bros, whoever it is that maybe get on your nerves, if somebody could have gave them a heads up and educated them in a way where it actually made sense. And they came there and weren't being ignorant, weren't just worried about ladies or drug. They weren't worried about any of those things. They were actually coming here to see the beauty of Colombia. Wouldn't you have wanted somebody that they could be like, oh, um, I got you? Wouldn't you want to do that? That is where we here. That is what we are here doing. Doing my best to make certain that the people that are coming and the people that are looking to come, one, don't come and immediately inflate the market. That's not good. That will immediately displace people that were born here, that are already here. You have to be aware of these things when you are considering moving abroad, living abroad, what that looks like. But it is designed to give you a better chance of success with these things. Now, what I will tell you is, I do my best to make it very simple. I will say that there are a lot of, I see relocation tours. They are not as inexpensive as ours is. Ours is designed just to give you what it. I need to pay the people to show up and give you these things and to do the location tours with you, the neighborhood tours. But nobody's going to make. We're not trying to make this something where we're like, oh, it costs $2,000 a person, 3,000. No, that's outrageous. So make it real simple. We've got our single people. So if you're coming by yourself, it's $830. That gives you. We go out to dinner every night. It gives you the half day seminar that does include like lunch, but it gives you the real life stuff. You get an immigration lawyer. You get multiple short term rental real estate agents. You get property investors. You get all of these things so that you don't have to try to figure it out when you get here. Is this something that I'm going to put my money into? We make certain that you guys can get to go see these neighborhoods so you can have a better opportunity to figure out and hit the ground running as far as I'm here in Colombia, I'm here in another country, and I know exactly how. We give you guys everything you need. So the WhatsApp groups that you need. There are so many different WhatsApp groups here in Medellin. There is basketball. There is people that like to go hiking. There's people that like certain kinds of music. There are black women. There are women chats. There are foodie chats. There are content creator chats. There are literally everything niche that you can think of. It is here. We give you this access directly. You don't have to go piece it together as so many of us had to in the past. We bring you put point blank directly to everything that it is that you need. And if you're not coming with us and you're going to another country that doesn't have this, this is what you need to go look for. You need to go find out, how am I going to live like a local here? I don't want to pay $1,000 for something that costs $200. One, people are going to be upset because you're going to shift the market. Two, people are going to take advantage of it. You don't even realize you have privilege. You're just thinking you're getting a deal because it's no longer America. Well, wake up, guys. America is only America. The world isn't America. Not everything operates these ways. So when looking at these relocation tours, it goes to give you the opportunity to inspect what you expect about possibly moving abroad. Now, as I mentioned, ours is March 12th through the 17th. You guys can go to Mood Travel Colombia. That's two O's in Mood, two O's in Colombia.com. Go there and sign up. Put your deposit down. It's next month. It's easy to get to Colombia. It's like a $300, $400 flight. You're talking $650 for multiple people per person. It'll be $830 per person if you just come by yourself. However, what I will tell you is, once you leave here, you are going to have everything that you need to go home and figure out, hey, I know what I just saw. Do I really want to go? You probably will say yes. Most of the people get stuck in Medellin and most people get stuck in Colombia because the people in Colombia, they've got great energy. This place, this land has good energy. And the opportunity to, I guess, see what you've been missing. It gives you the realistic chance to show yourself that life may not need to be the way that it was positioned for you. So make sure you guys are going on these relocation tours. Exploration is the step two with the 6 steps that we have. All of this information, all of the experts, all of the resources, the visa types, what's the temperature like here. We've got the city guide, so the different cities in Colombia. These things are already free. They're already free. They're already on moodtravelcolombia.com. You guys can go there, sign up for the tour. If you guys can't make the tour, we've got some information coming out. We're doing some virtual things. So maybe you can't go and come over here, but what if you could get all of this stuff directly in your city that you're in today before you even move? So it might bring you to the relocation tour, and we bring these experts to you in a virtual conference setting. You guys like to see that? I'd hope so. But I'm not gonna take too much time. I told you I was gonna get on here. It is Friday. I know everybody had a very long weekend. I know that I am looking forward to all of this good, positive things that we have this weekend. Oh, looks like somebody was in here. Hey guys, yeah, relocation tours for certain. Oh, I appreciate you guys. I didn't even see the other these chats. Yes, these relocation tours definitely going to be important. You need to make certain that if you are not coming to Colombia and looking to go on a relocation tour, that you are actually going on somebody's relocation tour. And if they don't have one, go look at what it is that is on our website. Sign up. When I sign up, just take a look. Hey, I need a real estate person. I need to know healthcare. I need to know, if I need to go to the dentist. If I have a dog or a cat, do I veterinarian? Do you know that the 911 is not the global emergency line? What is the emergency line where you're going? These relocation tours are like 100% to kind of like take off the veil of I don't even know where to start. I get it. I was there. It took a number of months and a number of trial and error and lost money and lost time to figure out who were the people that were going to actually like cut out the BS. An immigration lawyer. I'm not an immigration expert. So many of you guys don't even know how your passport works, and they're calling me and say, "Hey, should I get my visa there, like the digital nomad visa in the United States, and I haven't even touched base in Colombia? Why? Why would you do that?" Reason being, you got to realize that your passport in Colombia and Mexico and many other places get you 6 months with a stamp. Your passport, when you get that stamp in Colombia, they give you 90 days consecutively, 180 days in a calendar year. That's half the year. You don't even know if you actually want to live in Colombia yet, but so many of you are so ready to go that you want to get a visa that could leave you up here for 2 years. It's like going on the first date with an engagement ring. Don't do it. Make sense of these things. This is moving abroad is the biggest life thing that you may do when it comes to moving. You give up your language, you give up your culture, you may be giving up your closest friends and family. All of these things are important when you are considering that because you need to understand the full magnitude of what you're doing. That's why I said we need to make certain that these people are not just coming and selling everything that they know and then going over here and expecting America and Colombia and then saying, well, I don't even like that place. Of course you don't. You thought this was New Jersey. This is Colombia. This is Bali. You guys are going to Southeast Asia. You don't think Asian culture is completely different than American culture? You have a tendency as an American to want to see America in other places, but you don't even like America. These relocation tours are going to pop your little bubble and to go to say, hey, this is what goes on here every day. This is how we do it. Like I told you, I'm going out with a bunch of, folks that live here from the States right now. Last night, I saw, shout out to Origin and Culture. Origin and Culture had their weekly English club that blends Afro-Colombians, local Afro-Colombians living here in Medellin with the Afro-expat community. They're able to practice their English. We're able to get a better understand each other across the diaspora. These things are already going on without any of you guys being here. And I knew that I would be in a position to be able to say, I think that there's going to be a lot more people looking to make the move that I made 2 years ago. So what is it that you do? What you do is you tap into these resources. If you've been on this and you're looking, great. Thank you. Thank you for spending a couple minutes with me on a Friday to understand that your life and your best life may not be in the United States, but that doesn't mean just rush out and have no understanding of what you're doing, what you're giving up, where you're going, how to make this a successful thing for you. So I implore y'all, make certain if you cannot go on Minds, go take a look at where you're looking at. If they don't have a relocation tour for you already, go back to our website, movetravelcolombia.com. See who I pieced together. There was thought and intention behind piecing certain things together. Now I can't give you everything you need as far as from an expert, because that would just be I have no idea who I'm talking to, but I will tell you this. I have done my job and done my best. If you guys go to YouTube, Black Expat Life in Colombia, you will see a number of things. You will see all of these things that I do Monday through Friday when I'm just here talking to myself or by myself about these particular topics. What you will also see is the experts that I have brought on. So I've already brought on and had conversations with the real estate people, with the immigration lawyer. I brought on Sherelle. Sherelle is a parent that moved down here with her 3-year-old and 4-year-old. So if you guys have kids and are worried about kids, how do I move down here? Trust me, we had a full conversation. If Colombia is not on your radar, you don't have to go anywhere else. Tell me who it is and where it is that you want to go. I bring these resources on. That's why we have Drew in Ghana. That's why we have William in Panama. That's why we have Bintu in Qatar. These people are already expats that are living in said places, and they can give you real life understanding on what these places, what the life like is there. We're not doing none of the. I haven't, and nobody that has come on this platform has made $1 from this. I talk about community, pouring back into our community, reinvesting in our community, utilizing our resources, both my knowledge and my information, your knowledge, your information, your resources, my resources, for us to be able to build. Look around. Nobody is coming to save us. Also, look around. Anytime we have gotten together, we have seen great resources pulled together to make sure that we couldn't be a community, that we couldn't have, us coming together and saying, we gonna make sure that we got us, we gonna support us, we gonna give us each other education. We gonna have a tough conversation with us to make sure that we're prepared for what's about to happen. I'd be a fool to sit here and talk to you about these things and not actually go live them in my daily life. That's why these things aren't thousands of dollars for you to come up out here. I just want you guys to have the ability to. You already pay a lot of money in the United States. How can I charge you thousands of dollars for knowledge? This is not like no leisure trip. This is an opportunity for us to be reconnecting the African diaspora one person at a time, through conversation, sharing resources, cooperative economics. Like, what are we talking about here, guys? So please make sure you guys go to movetravelcolombia.com, put your deposits down. Deposits are still open. As I mentioned, it's $650 for multiple people, $830 per person. You guys get dinner each night. We bring you the experts directly in front of your face. We do the local neighborhood tours each day to make certain that you guys understand that you might not want to live where you saw on TikTok. Once you actually get there, you might want to live in a whole different kind of environment that's way quieter, way more walkable, way less tourists. You're going to want to get there and figure out, okay, well, how do I meet all of these people you were talking about? I got you. I'm actually one of the admins of the Black and Medellin group chat down here. So you are connecting with the right people. We're going to do what we can to make certain that y'all have it a lot easier than so many people that don't catch these videos, don't understand that we are already doing what it is they're looking for. But I'm also a very blessed person because I've already met some of you that have been in the comments, come out here and been on the lives and said, ask the questions to the experts, got with the experts that are on our webpage already. And then now you guys are out here with me right now. So many more of you are going to make the leap. I'm looking forward to meeting so many more of you, wherever it is that you guys, we all may meet up at. Maybe Colombia, you know, might somebody might run into me in the airport and say, "Hey, what's going on, bro? Remember you from the?" I am a personable person. Say hello. All I do is just want to make certain that our community knows that at least one of us, and there's so many more than one, at least one of us wants to make certain that we got us and we are providing resources that we actually need. So make sure y'all enjoy on Friday. I will be back on Monday. Monday we get into why I moved to Medellin, why I moved out of the United States, why you may be looking to move out of the United States. A lot of y'all don't even know why. You just feel the urge. But when I wake you up and you start really thinking about what are the reasons that has drawn me to this conclusion that I may be leaving, you guys are going to start to think that I didn't know, and by I didn't, you didn't, that you guys were under that much stress. You guys were under that much pressure, and not pressure that actually makes your life better. And the pressure that you're going through is actually going to do you any good. It doesn't do you any good. It just does you no good, you know? So we get into these things. We get in these things every day, Monday through Friday, outside of me traveling. Each day a different topic, all designed to one, wake you up, talk to you in a way where maybe I'm saying something that you only had that conversation in your head, and now I done hit something right on the nail. Cool. I don't want to just give you the action item and say, okay, cool, you ready to go? Here's some relocation tour. Pay money and you'll get these things. Nah, some of y'all don't go to therapy, but it's like we try to do our best to give you guys somebody to talk to. We brought in, we brought, shout out to Dr. Wilkins. Go hang out with her. Literally, we brought already on the psychologist that is talking about mental health in the United States, mental health abroad, what that looks like. Like, we are a go to resource for you guys to feel like somebody actually cares about what's going on, not only just in the United States, but with you as a person, and we give you guys the resources to try to figure it out. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go spend my beautiful February Black History Month on a beautiful rooftop in Medellin. If you guys aren't following us, please go to YouTube, Black Expat Life in Colombia. That is there on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, all of these things. Make sure you guys go there. I'm RJ Mood. I'm RJ Mood on Instagram. Go check me out. We do what we can to make sure that the community has what it needs. I make sure that I will be safe. Make sure y'all stay warm, and y'all have a good night.